Hi, welcome to KoKo's world, where we dive deep into knocking life the F out. I'm your host, Carlisha Stokes.
Try again.
Hey everyone, it's another episode of KoKo's World. It's your girl, Carly, and I have my lovely wife here, Shelby. We are, of course, having a more unique style podcast. Usually you all see me more so in like a living room setting, but today we're in the bedroom. And no, we're not talking about that. We are here to do a farewell episode. Not farewell of KoKo's World, but farewell of a chapter for Shelby and I.
Yeah. And we are literally in the bedroom, on the floor, mattress on the floor.
Where we started.
Toolbox nightstand.
I don't know what you would call that.
I think that's swimsuits. But it has like an accumulation of junk. Yeah, because we're moving.
We are moving, y'all. It's been 10 years, and I felt like it would be appropriate to call this episode The Journey, because it's definitely been a journey. And how can we sum up 10 years in a quick episode? I don't know. I have no notes, but we're here to let's talk about it.
Oh my gosh, 10 years. First off, where does time go? Because it does not feel like 10 years, like an entire decade.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's crazy because we started off just like this.
Literally, just like this. But actually, we had a blow-up mattress.
Yeah, we had a blow-up mattress. We did not have a real mattress. A real nice mattress.
Yeah.
We may be on the floor, but we have upgraded quite a bit, so.
Yes, Stern and Foster, you have done us well, so
Yeah.
thank you.
Stearns and Foster, I think they're probably the only mattress I'll
Ever
sleep on. You know, I'm a chiropractor, so we got to keep that back right. And
yes.
Sidebar, you spend a third of your life on your mattress.
Okay, here comes
Factual. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
the
But-
nerd.
No, but seriously, you spend literally like a third of your life on your mattress, so why not invest in it? Like,
I agree.
I see this all the time in my practice.
That was one of the easiest agreeable moments that we both, Shelby was like, we need to invest in a great mattress. And I was like, okay, sign me up. Like, no questions asked.
Yeah.
And honestly, I noticed the difference whenever I am not sleeping on this mattress. I'm not going to say when I'm sleeping at other people's house, because, you know, people like what they like, but until you have slept.
Guest rooms too. You know, like, no one really goes all out for their guest room.
No.
mattress.
But, I mean, until you have ever tried a mattress like this, and I don't know if this is a fact, but the people who sold us our mattress shared that the presidents all sleep on a Stearns and Foster.
They might have sold us some BS.
They might have, but hey.
But hey, I believe it, because this mattress makes me feel like the president, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's a pristine bag.
But anyways, I digress. Sorry.
Yes, it's
We'll
okay.
talk forever about mattresses and comfort. But.
Yeah, so we started here, and let's just talk about it. Like, 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years down memory lane. I remember the weekend that we moved in. It was the weekend of 4th of July, because we painted that weekend, remember? Mm-hmm. And then the air conditioning.
The two of us.
Yes.
And a puppy.
Yes, Ava.
In July.
In the heat. And we were like, oh, before we move all of our stuff, because I believe our lease ended like a week or two.
Mm-hmm.
And we came here, we picked out our paint colors, and we came in, and the two of us painted
the entire place.
1,500 square feet.
3 bedrooms.
In one weekend.
2-bath condo. We literally painted the entire place, except for like, what, 1 bathroom, I think?
1 bathroom, yes. And y'all, literally after we got done painting, or no, I think it was the last day we were supposed to have been painting, the air conditioner went out.
In July. It was so hot, and we literally had paint on the walls.
Yes. So that was interesting.
So if you know about moisture and heat in July with fresh paint, yeah, we'll just say that's how the journey started.
That's how the journey started. And we were on the floor. That's how the journey started.
Yeah, and we were on a blow-up mattress on the floor.
And then
with a puppy.
Fast forward a couple years, you graduated college. No, I think
No, I was already graduated.
You had already graduated.
Yeah.
So then I graduated college.
Yeah, I was working at a factory at the time.
Yes, you were working at BMW. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You was working at a factory.
Ain't no shame in my game. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so.
I mean, hey, you're a doctor now 10 years later. So you don't always have to have it all figured out.
Yeah.
And then after a couple years later, we decided to get engaged. And then I graduated, and then Khalees came along.
Mm-hmm.
And that was interesting because we had upgraded to a queen size bed because our bed now is a king. We upgraded to a queen size bed from the air mattress, and
we had 2 empty rooms.
Yes, we had no furniture. We literally had a couch that my aunt and uncle gave us.
Yeah, they donated to us.
And then we purchased literally for Black Friday our TV that we absolutely loved, and we just thought we were big ballers for, being able to afford a TV. And then we had our bed in our bedroom, and it was a full 1980s, like the matching set, which we loved our bed, so it was okay.
Yeah.
But then when Khalees moved in, she needed a bed, of course, so we went back to the air mattress.
Yeah.
But hey, we made it work.
Yeah.
And it was great.
And then we made our first big purchase, and we got our bedroom suit and our mattress.
Yes.
And that's how long
our dining room table.
Yeah, and that's how long we've had this mattress. Not to keep going back to it, but she's a good one.
Well, so what would you say your best memory here?
Oh gosh, what a question. Best memory?
Yes.
I have a lot. But
I know.
Best? I don't even know if I could give you a best.
Okay, how about your top 3?
Okay.
Because I have top 5, but we're not even going to hold them that long. Let's do top 3.
Actually here at the place, I would have to say Ava's first snow in the backyard.
Yes.
Was one of my top favorites because
the joy on her face.
Oh my gosh, the pictures. I mean, she's literally leaping around and jumping in the air and biting at the snow. She loves the snow so much. And followed by the snow, she comes right in and literally lays almost in the fireplace.
Yes.
So that is
Ava's
something
favorite.
I'm a little bit sad about because the new place doesn't have a fireplace, but we'll definitely be looking for that in the future for the girl.
Because that is her favorite.
She loves it. So, that's definitely up there for sure. The Christmas snowball fight.
Yes.
In the house.
Yes.
We did not throw real snowballs in the house, but we had fake snowballs. My parents were here. We had a packed house.
Yeah, my brother was here from California. My mom, I think my stepdad was here.
Yeah.
Obviously us and Khalees, the dogs, her parents. Yeah. Oh, and our friend Jen.
Yeah, we were definitely packed out, and we had a snowball fight with fake snowballs, and it was oh my god, it was such a great time.
Yep.
Another great memory, I would probably have to say one of the many cookouts that we had outside.
Mm-hmm.
So our neighbors are the absolute freaking best.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute freaking best. Love them so much. And if they do watch this, I hope you guys know that you've made a tremendous impact in our family's life.
Yep, forever.
And we love you guys. But yeah, so some amazing food, great conversations, tears, joy, love. We watched our kids grow up together. It's we may be young, but we've literally lived an entire lifetime in a decade.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but I agree. My top 3 would be meeting our friend Jen.
The dude next door.
The dude next door.
Such a story.
Yes. Quickly.
She's a girl.
She's a girl, but we had new neighbors, and our building is very unique because everyone has lived in this building for more than 20 years.
Yeah.
So we all know each other, and like she said, we're family.
Yeah.
So we had a new truck and a new dude in the building.
Like a jacked up, nice, country boy truck.
Yes. And so we kept...
She was a girl.
I kept looking okay, when are we going to see this guy getting out of this truck? And literally Lord and behold, there's a blonde female. And I'm like,
Oh,
hi. I'm Carly. Would you like to come drink wine with us? And I know she was like, who is this bitch
was that
talking to me?
the first night that she
Yes,
was here?
yes,
Oh my gosh, yeah, we were having a kickback.
yes.
In the backyard.
Yes,
Oh
we
my
literally
gosh.
had a potluck for all of our neighbors in the backyard, and I invited her for wine. And well, first of all, she still loves Stella Rose to this day. She had never tried it before. We took her Zaxby's virginity, like, because she's from New York.
Yeah.
So, and she's a great friend. So, like, honestly, that's one of my most favorite, my favorite memory of, like, just meeting her.
Yeah.
The day that we moved Khalees in, and also, it goes hand in hand, because my memory's kind of blurred, but, like, the time of Khalees moving in and getting Sergeant, and, like, seeing their bond, and also us forming into adulthood, because I honestly did not feel like I was adult until having to be responsible for another human. Like, I was responsible for a dog, but if you know, then you know. Like, being a dog mom is totally different than being a human mom. So that's impressive, I would feel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They both have their unique battles. I'll tell you that. But anybody that's like, I don't want kids, I'm just gonna get a dog, don't do that, first off. Because dogs, they're a lot of work, but they deserve the work. You know,
They
like,
do. They're such perfect companions.
We pamper and, like, treat our dogs like children as they lay here snoring beside us. They'll probably hear it in the video. But yeah, they deserve to be treated like that.
Yeah.
My opinion.
And I don't know. Like, yeah, it's really hard to name, like, all three just key moments. But I would say, oh, and I know that this probably is bittersweet, but the hard conversations and the journey of the growth between us, I would say, is something that I really cherish a lot, because this house, our parking lot, has just seen a lot of things with us.
Yeah.
And
because if you live in McKenna, you know, Carly and Shelby work out all their problems in the car, in the parking lot.
Yes, that is so true.
We have spent
Car Chronicles.
we have spent hours on hours of just working through stuff.
Yep.
Hard conversations, good conversations,
Keeping
tears.
our space safe by removing it, and also trying to eliminate as much access to our kid and to our dogs, because dogs feed energy too.
For sure.
So, okay, so what would you say is one of your, like, the funniest moments living here?
Oh my gosh. Easy to come to my mind immediately.
Oh God, I wonder if we have the same.
I gotta knock on wood though, because I feel like it's gonna mess up my karma. So definitely the first one was Sergeant Ava taking you literally skiing in the mud in the backyard.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. What did they see, another dog or something like that?
Yes,
And they
a pack of dogs. Huskies.
took off running, dragged Carly. She never let go. Good for her. Had on her pajamas. All you hear is screaming. Y'all, she had mud from the soles of her feet all the way up her back, on
They
her
flipped
neck,
me so many times.
on her hair. Like, there was, oh my gosh. Like,
yeah, that day was, how did I come in the house?
oh my god, it was hilarious. I mean, it wasn't hilarious in the moment, and I did not laugh because I did not want to die that day. But she, marching in the house, she was like, don't say a word. And we could literally hear this whole altercation, like, going down in the backyard, because of course the dogs are barking. You just hear, no, Sergeant! You just, like, hear all this commotion.
They are literally
Then it goes like dead
pulling
silent. And she walks in the door, doesn't even take the leashes off the dogs, just leaves them there.
And they're smiling.
And they're just sitting there like, what, Mom? And I'm like, what did you guys do? I mean, she just comes in, she gets straight in the shower. It was funny.
Mud was in my hair, in the front of my shirt, all down the back and on my legs. My favorite pajama pants was ripped, like in the front.
Like,
and I still
literally
wear them
ripped
because I don't
the pants
care.
on her.
But
oh man.
and my
funny.
shoes, like practically my toes were under. Like I had closed-toed shoes, but I don't even know what happened. They busted holes in them. It was bad.
It was crazy.
It was so bad.
The second one was when Khalees fell in front of the
That is
camera.
my favorite.
Oh my gosh, if you can find a way to clip that into this video so the world can see.
I'm doing it because I found it.
Oh my god, it is literally the funniest thing ever. She was coming... Was she coming up the stairs? She was bringing them in the house, or was she walking out?
She was bringing them in the house from a walk.
Oh my gosh. And she slipped and fell right in front of the camera. It was just her and the dogs. And then she, like, pops back up so fast. I mean, it was a wipeout, too.
Oh, white clean out.
And then she's like, she gets mad. She's like, it's not funny. Like, literally talking to the dogs. Like, the dogs were laughing at her. Like, you know, in those moments where you're just embarrassed.
Yes, and she was
by
very
herself.
embarrassed.
But that's all you... Oh my gosh, we laughed so hard so many times.
I still laugh to this day.
Oh, man.
That is my ultimate favorite funny moment. I would say also us dancing. No. Khalees is top A+. But second is when you built my closet in the spare bedroom and you would try on my rompers.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry, babe, but that was
Don't
just
do me
funny.
wrong. Don't put me on this video.
I will not. I don't even know what that video is actually.
That's blackmail.
But that shit is funny. Funny.
Yeah, because it's been this ongoing thing of like, I don't know why Carly just doesn't believe me when I tell her, even after 10 years, like, rompers do not fit me. One, I'm not gonna wear a romper anyways. It's like the weirdest article of clothing to ever be
I love
created.
rompers.
But she just did not believe me, and I was like, that's not made for people with a torso like mine. And she was like, what do you mean? And I think she was setting me up low-key. But, so I would just put them on and do funny dances and sing funny songs. Yeah, good times.
What would you say if the new tenant who comes in, what would you say to them about our community, our home?
Ooh, that's tough.
The aura that we leave behind?
Well, first off, maybe go visit the people above us and get really close to them and make sure they turn off their bathtubs and stuff so they don't flood your place.
Yeah.
Because we've been through that twice.
Yes. Yes.
But if I could tell the new tenants anything, I don't know. I really don't know what I would tell them. Because, you know, I love our neighbors. I love the people here. But to be honest with you, maybe this sounds selfish, but I don't think anyone will ever bond with them like we did.
Yeah.
So, but I could say you moved into a great community. There's some very phenomenal people here. You can make memories, get out there and meet people, show your love and your heart, and you can make family.
Yeah. Yeah. This one's hard for me because, you know, so many people like that has found out, you know, I'm not going to name names because obviously a lot of people live in the community. But a couple people have stopped me and they're like, hey, I've heard that you're moving. And, you know, they're like, we're no longer going to have like a ray of sunshine because your family brought true community to the community.
But we were active too.
Yeah, we were very active. I was part of the HOA. Yeah.
Kickbacks, and we were always doing stuff at the pool. We had the events every year, and I guarantee you they won't do that.
No,
like
they've already squashed it.
Yeah. So you know, we really tried to create togetherness in very hard times for people because you know the state of America right now is scary. So. And we were here through COVID and everything, so we still found ways to create such togetherness that I just, to be honest with you, I don't know if other people will do that because I think that's me and you.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's part of who we are.
Yeah, I don't really know what I would say to to new tenants at 125, I probably would just tell them,
good luck, the 100 building, we the gangsters.
I don't know. Yeah, I still need to think about that.
Yeah.
I think I would just tell them, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at our building and then they come into the units and they're like, oh, it's actually really big. It doesn't look like an apartment complex.
It looks very small on the outside.
And, or they may see a person or may see behavior or activity that they may not want to partake in, but they're the best people that you could possibly ever be around, if that makes sense. Like, so don't judge a book by its cover. Like, anybody, to be honest, I have never felt unsafe. Well, one time. But for the most part of many years of living here, I've never felt unsafe. That was moved out really fast. But like to walk around my neighborhood even at nighttime, because there's people on their patios hanging out at different times of night, like, and everyone just looks out for one another. We still are a community where kids ride their bikes, and my neighbor,
the majority, I would say, look out for one another.
Well, yes, but that's going to be any community.
You still have there's still some crazy folks out here. Don't get it twisted.
Well, don't get it twisted. But I would say out of the 80 plus units, like, only like a fifth of those are the bad people, and everybody else really want harmony and unity, you know? So, yeah. What are your thoughts? Where are you at with this journey?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah. It's bittersweet, but I'm ready. I think.
What's bittersweet?
I think not making memories here anymore is probably one of the saddest things. So that makes it, I guess, a little bitter. But the potential of new beginnings and new open chapters makes it really sweet.
Well, I'm not going to cry, so I need to like bat my eyes and look away. Because it's very bittersweet. Here, go ahead. Sorry.
Like, it's time for a new chapter.
Yeah.
Like, we know it's time to move forward, but it's like, it's like you don't want to, but you do. So it's tough.
Yeah.
I gotta shed a tear or two.
It's okay. It's okay. It's so bittersweet. From the struggles to the celebrations, like COVID, creating, I don't know if people can fathom unless you've ever had this, but creating a safe space.
Yeah.
Is very hard. People say, oh, I'm a safe space, or, my home feels like a safe space, but when trouble hits, they often run. And fortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately, fortunately, our home became our safe haven.
Yeah.
For Khalees, for me, for Shelby, for us as a family, for other people. We have sheltered home, like opened our doors for many people to be a safe space for. Yeah. And, I fear, and I didn't even voice this, but I fear that creating this new chapter, opening this new adventure ahead of us, that we won't have that safe space, not saying not with us, but like recreating what we've created here, because it was just so natural. But I think also that came from the innocence of us being so young.
Yeah,
and
I was about to say that too.
Growing up in a place, and then having neighbors that became like family.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, like, our 20s, the entirety of basically both of our 20s. I mean, I can speak for myself. Like, I've like literally discovered who I was here.
Yep.
Like, who I was like as a parent. You know, all of my life struggles, like just everything. Like, woo. You know, that young adulthood is tough, and
It is super tough.
my goodness, from every angle. And then you add all the layers that we have had, and yeah, a lot of hard times, you know, a lot of growing pains, and woo. Yeah, but, you know, I'm grateful for all of it,
Yeah.
because it has gotten us to this place, you know, where true peace is, and we have grown so much.
Mhm.
I mean, goodness gracious. Through therapy and all the changes in the world
Yeah.
through these times. Being parents, like, holy cow. Being parents to a kid, then you have to progress through each step of their life.
Yep.
You know, middle school, high school, college, like
Oh, college.
young adulthood. You know, I don't even think that she realizes, like, she's literally only a year away from being the same age we were when
The world opened for us.
we took her in and became a...
Okay.
But yeah, it's been challenging, been good, a lot of ups and downs. So
Yeah. I resonate with you, you know, finding yourself is so liberating when you kind of get over that cusp and you're like, okay, I'm a bad bitch. I'm seeing me, you know. But that journey is so hard. And you lose people.
it's hard by itself.
Yes.
But then you add like every other layer in your life to that, and like it's heavy.
Yeah, it is. And as most people don't know, I've lived here since I was 11 years old. So I left to go to college and then came back. So I've had a lot of stages of finding myself, and had a lot of memories of, you know, my dad and my stepmom, and, you know, things as a family that we also experienced and went through. And then, you know, kind of nonchalantly, you're like, oh, you know, that's left behind. And I'm beyond grateful that it wasn't left behind, and my parents had something for us to have a start in life on, you know. I will forever be grateful, even though we dealt with our share of getting flooded and waking up to practically our guinea pig swimming in water, or coming home and water gushing out of the front door.
Me getting electrocuted.
Shelby getting electrocuted. Like, we've went through our share. But I'm forever grateful because we were given like an opportunity that most people are not given. And that was I don't think I was done with college yet. I think I was a junior when we moved here. So yeah, like being a junior in college and being able to, like, you know, make this once was a home for me, but it was my parents' home, to our home, and creating the legacy that we want for Khalees and the future hope. But finding myself during that journey, you know, I often, you know, like breaking down what is now my office. That was my bedroom when I lived here as a kid. And everyone also knows, well, I don't think y'all know, but I'm obsessed with Toy Story. And Woody has been my favorite character forever. And like having to box him up in like a cardboard box like made me feel like Andy in the movie.
Gosh, I thought about that today.
You did?
Yes, when we had our little stuffed animals sitting out there, had them laying out there together, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if they're gonna be talking in the box.
And it sounds so childish, but like reality is Toy Story, like the movie has so much realism. Like seeing it, I haven't watched it in many years because every time I watch it I cry. But being an adult, being 30, and like thinking of the things that we've seen in Toy Story and all of them, 1 through 5, I'm feeling those feelings now because it's like, no, I don't. Physically, I never really, well, I have needed Woody for emotional support, but I have my old wallet for emotional support now. But
the fact that one of our neighbors was like, I noticed that you had your emotional support cup when we were moving yesterday, literally took me out. That was hilarious because I was like, she really does have that emotional support cup everywhere. Which at first I thought it was a joke, but I don't think it's a joke.
It's not a joke.
I think it's actually
it goes
serious.
everywhere, like everywhere with me. But we digress. But like looking back and being like, okay, I actually like this. Literally was today. I said, Woody, I think that, you know, we're not going to sever ties, you know, but I was like, maybe he could go into the storage unit, you know, like, I think I'm going to be okay without, like, just a reminder that, like, because I'm getting older doesn't mean that I have to forget or give up, like, my childhood or the things that once was, like, comforting to me. I no longer need that comfort anymore because I have you, I have us, you know.
But we also allow ourselves to be big children.
Yeah.
Like be big kids.
But yeah,
you especially, because you are all about like this, like I'm not getting older.
I'm not.
Like, I think that's called denial.
I'm embracing 30, but I'm not gonna say.
But
I'm
I told
old.
you it hit different, does it not?
I honestly don't feel any different.
That is crazy.
I really don't. I genuinely still feel like I'm 29 plus 75 days.
You don't even feel more mature.
I feel more mature, but I felt more mature at 25. 25 really hit me like, wow, you know.
It's crazy. I feel like everything hits everybody different then.
25 was a hard year for me.
27. Oh, 27, 25, yeah.
Yeah, 25 was a hard year for
27 me. Was hard for me.
But I think also it came with career and, you know.
30 was insane for me.
30 was a little bit insane for you, yeah. And
Ava had surgery for my birthday, my 30th birthday. Got to make sure my doggy was still living. So that was great, literally great. I don't say that negatively at all, like so great that she's still with us. Then I turned around and tore all the ligaments in my knee.
Once again, something else we went through where we live on the second floor, so think about that.
We have been through everything here.
Yeah.
Like, the more I sit here and think about it, we have literally been through everything.
So much.
You know, the sicknesses, the real marriage trying things. We weren't married, but we were married.
I highly recommend people, okay, if your parents are telling you not to shack up, baby. Please shack up.
Yeah,
I need y'all to shack up. Because
you need to learn these things about your partner.
Your partner will tell you everything when you live through so many seasons together.
Oh, so true.
And I think personally, and I'm grateful, and after COVID, I was like, okay, Shelby and I, we're meant to be. We're going to work out through anything because we were homeschooling. I was in grad school. Shelby was finishing up chiropractic school. We had 2 dogs who needed to be tended to. I was working full-time. Shelby went to chiropractic school full-time. So, and then I had a part-time job because we were babysitting
Then no one was hiring for chiropractic during COVID, which is when I graduated.
Correct.
So then I opened up a practice.
Correct.
Which was insane.
Yes, that was even more
I should have just pivoted into like something else.
You should have went to medical school at that point. Like, just continue being a student.
Serial student. Like,
serial student is correct. Because and then our kid was homeschooled and doing travel volleyball because she needed some type of interaction. We didn't give a damn what interaction it was. She just needed it. And because we were going all mentally insane. And then and I literally almost had like a midlife crisis. Like, yeah. My daughter, volleyball, homeschooling, and what else was clear? Oh, she was in the drama, remember? Doing plays and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That era. I'm happy though. Khalees, when you see this, girl, continue living your best life. Remember, if you don't think your parents don't support you, we have supported you through it all.
All of it.
It all.
All the things.
Even when you was out on stage not looking cute. But we supported it.
I was thinking about those pictures. Oh my gosh.
We supported it all.
Oh my gosh. Literally.
We have so many memories.
Oh, she knows it's funny too. This was super funny. Oh man. It's got me tickled thinking about those pictures. And she know her teacher did her wrong.
From the Beauty and the Beast.
She was a villager, right? With the little girl. First off, the little girl was adorable.
The little girl was
adorable.
adorable.
Red crushed the candle though.
Oh yes. What is his name?
Lumiere.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that play was so cute though.
Oh, okay. Khalees was Right, and then me having to be the mom to do the freaking costume makeup. Like, I did not go to drama school. I did not go to art school.
But for real, the funniest part about all this is because, okay, so like when you think of like a traditional family, right? They're like, you have like the strung out like mom and dad that's like losing their mind. They're so stressed out because they're running their kid to sport and play and all these things, right?
We were two moms.
Us on the other hand, we're putting together our child's like play outfit as well as building Halloween costumes to go party. Because we're 23 years old, like 24 years old.
Literally.
And we had not experienced those things in our life, so we were still outside. Okay?
Oh, we were all the way outside.
Even our neighbors know this.
Yeah.
Because they attended a lot. But yeah, we had a whole teenager, preteen. She was a kid, preteen. Mm-hmm. And yeah, when she started getting into that deep teenagehood, that we had to slow it down. We did. Yeah, we slowed it all the way down. But we also were like, we've always been the cool house. Like, we were not the parents that were strict, but we gave her and her friends like space to be themselves, be able to have a safe space to hang out. I mean, we hosted a whole after party for prom here. Oh my gosh, that's also another great memory. Girl, you were so stressed out.
I was stressed out. I was pacing. Shelby made up, like, so we set everything up before they got back from prom. We shut the door, and none of the kids knew that we were home. But we had a camera up front.
Presence known, though.
And I'm like looking at the camera, and some suspicious activity was going on. But Shelby kept saying, "Carly, sit down." Carly was not about to sit down. Carly was about to go out there and be nosy because I needed to let them know that we were here. But then Khalees thanked us and was like, "I was actually about to come get you guys because things were getting out of hand." She did say that.
Yeah.
So
it was okay.
Carly always shows up on time.
It was okay though.
Shelby is the parent that says everything's okay. I am the parent that's proactive. I'm not going to be reactive. I'm sorry.
Because it was okay.
They was about to get jacked up.
They did get kicked out.
They did get kicked out. And I did stop the music And they were like, yes, ma'am. Now that's always been weird. To this day, that's been weird. But I'm really excited for the new beginnings. I want to also say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
For what?
For being so patient with me. And it's been a 6-month journey. And, you know, I was like, Carly, this will always be home. Like, where I'm from will always be home. But it's time that we explore and put myself out there. And so, you know, I genuinely am really excited for what's to come.
Me too.
You know, do we have our permanent place of where we're going to be at? No. But that's the beauty in life, you know.
We're trying to live that city life a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you know, deep in the city, and you know, neither one of us has ever got to experience that. Mm-hmm. So I think that's fun for us to do together.
Yeah.
Experience a new place.
Yeah, and so I just want to tell you, make sure that you know how much I appreciate you and how grateful I am of you during this journey. And yeah, I'm really excited, and as you all know, I have promised from the beginning that I will be as transparent as possible and as honest. And I mean, what better news is this, that KoKo's World is moving. And I am really, really, really excited for just the opportunities, the exposure that, you know, I'm going to get, and also our family's going to get, because where we're moving to is more diverse and more inclusive for same-sex couples and 2 mom families, you know.
2 moms, 2 dads. Yeah, it's really nice, really refreshing. I think that these are going to be the years of us. You know, we've done we have focused on ourselves, you know, along the way, but we focused on a lot of other people, a lot of other things, a lot of relationships, and I really think, you know, kind of getting back to the root is going to be really good for us in this next chapter. That way we can, you know, blossom from, you know, we've laid some deep roots, but now I think it's time to focus on us.
Yep, I definitely agree. So, anything else you would like to share?
I don't know. It's weird closing it, saying goodbye, I guess. Or I guess see you laters, never really goodbyes.
It is always a see you laters, never a goodbye.
Yeah. Well, maybe to the people, but I don't believe I'm ever gonna move back in.
No. This will be a permanent door closing for this chapter. But I will say, at least our next place, we are not sleeping on the floor.
Not anymore.
Yeah, we had a mattress on the floor once again.
That might be like...
That's how everybody moves, though.
Do they?
Yeah, some people...
Is that what everybody does?
I'm just...
Or is that what we do? Because every time we... every time we transition somewhere, maybe that's our comfort zone. Yeah. I don't know. I think if we move...
I think it helps us be grounded.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. When we move into our $1 million home one day, I'm gonna put the president on the floor too.
Not the president.
If it lasts that long.
I hope we have another president.
We can get a new one. Yeah. No, but I mean, I feel like it's probably a silly tradition, but I like it. Because I think it grounds us.
Yes.
And I think it brings us back to center.
Yeah.
You know.
It humbles us.
It definitely does.
From humble beginnings.
We do have to keep some of our traditions alive, though.
Yeah. I support that.
Like, we have to, like, do the traditions, but in a new spot.
Okay. So this is definitely going to be a tradition. So I'm guessing the TV's going to be on a bin.
I'm so done. Behind the camera right now is our TV sitting on a tote. Okay.
But that's how we started.
That's how we started. Yeah.
And hey, all of our furniture is moved out. So
at least we have lamps now.
We do, and they're nice. Period.
But no, I was just thinking about like Waffle House Christmases and
Oh, of course, yes.
Different stuff like that.
Yes. We're gonna have to do a episode on what our traditions are.
Yeah, we really will. Because
we have some cool traditions that are not like...
they're very outside the box, I think.
I think so. But hell, somebody probably has something a whole lot more outside the box. But yeah, so... I wanted to bring you guys along. Thank you so much for being vulnerable on the show today.
All the tears. And
also, thank you for experiencing 10 wonderful years with me here. Dating me at the time, because we, of course, were not married, and trusting me to move back to my hometown. Like, that is huge. Because you're not from here.
Which is so funny, because, to be honest with you, that's something I said I would never do.
Yeah, I know. Shelby is a person, she's a transit person, is that the right word?
Transient,
yeah. She likes to travel.
Yeah.
I love that about you, though.
I literally was like, I will never be that person that is like the hometown homebody, because I was never going back to my hometown.
Well, your hometown and my hometown are two different places.
It's still like...
we're bigger than Greenville, Tennessee.
Of course, but that's not the point. You're so silly. It is definitely bigger, but it's still like, I don't know, there's just something to be said about like just staying put and like stagnant. I think I have a fear around being stagnant.
Yes.
And like not growing.
Yeah. But look, we have grown so much in 10 years.
Definitely got my dreams there, because growth
has
been there.
We have to keep that momentum for the next 10, 20, 50, 100 years.
Mm-hmm. But you also, like, you thanked me for, my patience with this journey, but I just want to thank you for 10 amazing years. They have been, oh my gosh, a dream. They really have.
I agree.
At first, I didn't know how it would look.
Yeah.
Because it was just so unorthodox. It was so different. But 10 great years. And thanks for always holding me down. That's kudos to our relationship. No matter how tough things got, we
figured it out.
Yeah, we figured it out. And we've gone through those waves of you and waves with me. And yeah.
We will always figure it out.
Yeah, thanks for being patient with me. You said that. Thank you for me being patient with you, but yeah. I wouldn't change it though. Not a single thing.
Thanks, babe. Well, that's enough of us being mushy gushy and
because we
soft.
Go to bed.
But literally. But yeah, thank y'all so much for coming in and tuning in to another episode of KoKo's World. This is not any goodbyes, it's only see you laters, and I just can't wait to see what's ahead.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
Bye.